do I have the ability to just remove it right now, or does that take some kind of... Right. And there's no budget until next year, specific to that. They can even wait till next month if they have to, but they can even wait till next month if they have to. There's no... Well, no, I don't want to approve it. I don't want to approve it without... Right.
Yeah, just ask Paul, make a motion to remove it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome this evening. Go ahead and call this November 21st Finance meeting to order. At this time, I will yield the floor to Chairman Westcott.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, everyone. A few things on our agenda this evening. Item number 1 is an appropriation request from the General Fund 2023 year-end carryover balance, the sum of $17,832.83 to be used to fund the Civic Plus add-ons for the city's website. What is the will of the Finance Committee regarding item number 1?
Mr. Chairman, I move item number 1 be forwarded to the full council with the recommendation of pass.
Okay. I'll second that one. Is there any discussion on item number 1? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2 is an appropriation request from the reserves of the Russellville EMS Services Fund, Fund 10, the sum of $349,446.92 to be used to pay off the total liabilities owed for the ambulances and the ambulance cots. I move that we forward item number 2 to the full council with a recommendation of approval.
Second.
Seconds. Any discussion on item number 2? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. It has been requested that item number 3 be removed from the agenda, and I so move.
Second.
Second. Is that discussion? Any discussion on that? Here.
The reason this item has been removed because the budget had been put in place for 2025. We are presently going to look, Ms. Baker and I will look at a budget that is in the mayor's purview that is already in the 2024 budget to be able to purchase part of this.
Mayor, I would add, the only item that they might need this year are the T-shirts because of some activities they're going to do during Holiday Glow and all that kind of stuff. So that's something we can look at, just that one item.
We'll look at that tomorrow. So letting you guys know we're working toward a solution, just let you know.
Right. All those in favor of removing number 3 say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Items number 4A and 4B. Item number 4A is consideration of a resolution that would waive competitive bidding, would authorize the mayor and city clerk treasurer to execute all necessary documents with Global Industrial to acquire 3 Generac mobile diesel vertical LED light towers. And 4B is consideration of a resolution that would authorize the mayor and city clerk treasurer to execute a lease agreement and all necessary documents with Global Industrial to acquire those 3 light towers. And I present items number 4A and 4B as I move that we forward items number 4A and 4B to the full council with a recommendation of approval.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? In fact, Mayor, would you, in a nutshell, explain why we're recommending this versus the normal routine?
For 4A is actually purchasing the light towers. 4B is actually leasing the light towers. So there's two different options there. The reason that, and Mr. George can say that the front of his store right now is dark,
Right,
and so
right.
there was a situation in the middle of DIG project where the lights were removed. They were about to proceed with the project, and the downtown merchants asked them not to proceed till after Christmas. And so we made an agreement with Blackstone, our contractor, not to move during the holiday season. And so we need to get some light downtown in the temporary. Now, couple things that we do have coming up. We do have the Christmas parade, and we also have Holiday Glow, where we will need some lights. So those are two important things. I had Public Works actually reach out to Global. They're a large company that actually has these in stock that we can purchase. They're brand new. You have a price, of 40. You got 43,800 for if you were to purchase them. Worst case scenario, if we were to lease them, would be 13,243.50. Either way is fine with me. I just need to move forward to try to get some lights downtown for. I really don't want to hurt our merchants right now. Is an important time, and so we want our people to feel safe going downtown. And so, like I say, either way, I'm good. However we do it, we just need to know how to proceed.
Okay, well, let me pause then for just a second. In our conversation earlier, the rental price of $13,243, that was quoted from whom?
From my understanding, that would be someone here locally. I don't have that invoice with me. It was just it was an email sent over from. I think it was probably Riggs or United.
And the lease amount from Global would be what?
Well, no, it's not a lease. The purchase, the wording's a little bit different. The lease, it says from Global, but it is not from Global. Kenneth, would you text
all right.
Junior and ask him? No, that doesn't say who it's from. So,
Okay.
yeah, could you text him and see who you got the quote from for me real quick? And that way we will have that when we go in. But the purchase is from Global. The lease is from someone
The
local.
lease would be, okay.
Yeah.
If we were to purchase these lights, what other, like, we don't have any right now.
We don't have any that are usable. Like, you could use them at the 4th of July when they're cleaning up and working on the fireworks. You could use them at the actual Christmas parade staging area every year over at the junior high. It's really, really dark. If you had a situation with a light system out at a baseball, soccer, anything, you could actually use that. If Public Works had an after-hours project that they were working on, if fire or police had an incident command system, there's a lot of things that we could possibly use them for.
Awesome.
If we had, we do have one unit right now, and it's very old. It's very loud. It's not something you would want to put downtown. It's not very friendly.
How long would the lease be for again?
How long?
If we leased them?
Okay, the lease, the number I gave you is the absolute worst case scenario that we could imagine. If we leased, we would probably come up with less time. That is a 6-month lease. I threw it in, we went 6 months because if Entergy had a problem with supply chain or we had some type of issue, I just want to make sure that would be a worst case scenario. So more than likely you would spend less money than that.
And so it's a kind of a timing issue as to why we're going to waive competitive bidding to get this done more quickly?
Yes, timing is because you have to find someone that can actually has something in stock that you can get. Most of the time you've got to order it and there's a lead time.
Right. Well, given this information that you've shared, I move that we forward item number 4A to the full council with a recommendation of approval.
Second.
Is there any other discussion on 4A?
Where would the 40 some odd $1,000 for this be appropriated
It would
from?
be-
Because there's not an appropriation with it.
Is there not an
There's
appropriation?
a resolution.
It would be, there is another appropriation, is there? It would be from Fund 27, capital asset.
Okay, is the fact that we don't have an appropriation to go with this resolution going to be an issue?
Draw out of, now this is the Economic Development Capital Fund, so we're able to draw out of that. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Smith?
But I'll defer to finance.
Ms. Baker, are we able to, if we have a resolution to purchase this, are we able to buy that out of, I know I'm putting you on the spot here because you're new to this game. Are we able to buy this out of Economic Development Fund 27 without an appropriation? Did you did say, in your opinion, we need an appropriation? Okay. Okay. So how do we proceed here, Mr. Smith?
You can pass it tonight if you want, but without appropriation ordinance,
If we have the exact amount of 4A, are we able to appropriate the funds with just a motion for that exact amount, or?
He's saying if you have the exact amount for the purchase price from Global, are we able to verbalize that they approve an appropriation for the amount for the purchase price, and then the appropriation can be written after the fact? Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yeah, or could we add, into the resolution, the language for, amend the resolution for waiving the bidding to include the appropriation? And I'm just trying to figure out a parliamentary way to try to have to do this, as opposed to having to come back to pass something in a special call.
not aware of it since they're separate documents.
Okay.
And they're contemplated as such under the state. I mean, you could put something in there that says any appropriation ordinances are approved as well. Or you can just take a separate vote on it, even though there's not one here, for the amount that's listed in the resolution, and then we could do it after, then we'll prepare it after the fact, because it's not, it's called appropriation ordinance, it's not really, and it doesn't fall into the normal ordinance guidelines. So you could vote for the amount that's stated in the resolution, and then we could draw it up after the fact.
Okay, so basically, so I can clarify this, so we could add a late item to this finance, which is basically saying appropriated from Fund 27, the Economic Development and Capital Fund, that we are going to appropriate the $43,818, if that's in 0 cents, for the purchase of the Generac mobile diesel light towers. And then they could vote on that. Is that correct, sir?
Sort of, but you'd have two parts to your 4A. You'd have the resolution, and then you'd have a separate vote on an appropriation ordinance for the amount stated, and then it'll just have to be drawn up and after the fact.
Okay, so.
Okay, so the first thing is 4A, which would be to waive competitive bidding and approve this resolution to purchase those.
Second.
So all those in favor of approving 4A, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Now 4AA is an appropriation request in the amount of $43,818 to fund what we've just decided. And I move that we forward item number 4AA to the full council with a recommendation of approval.
Second.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Is there anything else for the good of the Finance Committee at this time? Hearing none, Mayor, I yield the floor back to you.
All right, we will adjourn until 6 p.m. for a full council meeting. Thank you.
Yeah.